G'day everyone, this is a Raider solo run of the Everdark Sovereign Sentient Pest, and the point of this run is going to be to test, demonstrate, and kind of sum up my opinion on what I think of the Noklateo Day 1 rush strategy that you might have seen online. Basically, you do the starting camp and then head there straight away literally at level 2. So I'm going to do that for you now. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I've done 7, 8, 9 probably runs today in a row doing this strategy, and I've kind of formed my opinion already, but I'll reserve it for now, otherwise I'll go on a rant for too long. The short version though is I'm not super convinced. There's some merit to it, but I'm not super convinced, and I don't think it's actually worthwhile for most people in most situations and circumstances, for most skill levels. I just don't think it's that good, but I'll come back to that. Because otherwise I'll spend the whole time talking and not talk to you about the actual strategy and how to do what I'm going to show you here. So, one of the first things to note is there's a lot of randomness. That's the main thing. That's just a big gamble. But there's a lot of randomness in where you spawn. Here is okay. The best is here. When the church is down the bottom, you spawn here. That's probably the closest. Up here is okay. Certainly on the Wilder and Raider, you can actually skip in through here, which is decent. Saves a little bit of time. Up here, and you're immediately just behind the 8 ball. Like, you're a little behind. I wouldn't even consider doing it up if you're up there at all. As in the point literally where I was doing these runs today, I would just close the game and restart when I spawned up here because it just took too long. It adds another 30 seconds or so, which is enough that it kind of just 30 to 40 seconds of running and stuff. It's enough that it kind of just mucks up the run and the pathing and the strategy entirely. It does depend a little on where the map moves at the first map movement at about the 5-minute mark, 5 to 7 minutes where the map kind of the edge of the night spawns, because sometimes it's like right at the front here and the whole city is cut off. Sometimes it's more like here and you can actually access most of the city. So there's a lot of randomness there as well, and that's part of what I think makes it kind of unreliable and in most cases not worth doing. I'll quickly show you my relics because I forgot to do that. Taking attacks improves attack power 15%. Taking damage while using character skill is another 10% attack power, 6.5% on physical attack up +2, and then this remembrance one here, mostly just for defeating enemies, fills more of the art gauge. That's normally my Everjail one, but I've replaced it here to just help me get my ultimate up more quickly while I'm clearing through some of the trash in this city early on. Oh, come on, Jesus, there we go. Now, this general strategy, you're going to come in, you're going to turn to the right-hand side. It's going to be the easiest for this strategy, not dissimilar to what you might have seen online. We're going to kill this Mausoleum Knight here, because he gives us a reward drop, or, you know, like a piece of loot, piece of gear or whatever. And I am going to ulti here just to help clear some of this out. What? I can't even see what's happening here. I'm doing a critical. All right. Clear some trash. Clearing as much trash here is good as you can. All of this trash kind of adds up. I mean, you don't want to clear too much, obviously. You're still on a bit of a timer. But clearing a little bit of it there and moving on is good. Now what you're going to do is run around here, head up to this Astel, which you might have seen as kind of the general strategy. Even if you're on a melee character, any character in the game can do what I'm about to show you because there is guaranteed magic pots at the top here, which I'll show you. There's 4. Every run I've done today, like nearly 10 runs now. Attack power and two-handing, I'll grab that. Every run I've done, maybe it's not guaranteed, maybe it's like a 99%, but every run I've done so far today, there's 4 magic pots at the top here. There you go, there's 2, thank you. And there's another 2, thank you. And so then all you do is throw 4 pots here at Old Matey. Aim for the wings, you can aim for the spine in the center, but the spine, there's a bigger chance that you'll miss. If you hit 4 of them on the wings, that'll kill. You only need to get his health bar to like 70% and he disappears, gives you 20,000 runes. Thank you very much. So this will get us to level 4 or 5, probably. You can jump across here from that Astel. This is kind of the natural, quickest pathing. And we're going to move in here. There are runs where people on the Iron Eye can actually get in and kill Astel. If you're doing that, I think, and you can do that reliably because you're good enough, absolutely this becomes worth it. For most people on most classes or characters in the game and most skill levels, that is just absolutely not going to apply. Just not doable, not realistic, not practical. Now the knight's moving. We've actually got the most fortunate knight movement, so this will be a demonstration. This will be the best variation of the demonstration, and we'll see how it goes. Because even then, I think it's not actually that much better. But we'll see. Alright, we kill these two just for some more runes. Mainly just coming up here because this will be the first spot to get cut off. Now, I've had this particular map movement probably 1 in 4 times today. Maybe even a little less. Yeah, probably 1 in 4. This is the best, obviously, because we can still access the Dragonkin and all the mini-bosses here. Even stuff here as well. Just heaps of trash. But the main mini-bosses as well. Now, what we're going to do here is kill this guy. Need to be careful of the Death Blight, because it will kill you. Now I'm going to ulti just to help. Oh no. Oh, it still hit him. Good. Where is he? I still need to be careful of the Death Blight here, because the Death Blight can still kill me. Can still kill me if these guys jump on me. Yeah, just keep it in mind. Alright, we've got 2. The other thing is that I'll come back to is I've gotten, I reckon, literally 90% of weapons I've got today doing these runs have been magic affinity, which is obviously not ideal for the raider. Maybe on other classes that's good, but yeah, see this magic. They're all bloody magic. I could dual wield. Are these both axes? I think they're axes, aren't they? They are, yeah. Now what you can do is head up here. There's a chest that I'll show you. Just a purple reward chest. That's a good option to get. There's also sometimes a scarab there, not very often, but I have seen that a few times today. Guarding ability, no. Wait. Come on. Alright, so this here is a... Oh, it's legendary. Well, this is about as good as it can go. This is, in fact, this is almost a unfair demonstration of this because it doesn't normally go nearly this well. But I guess this at the same time does demonstrate and we're going to two-hand this. It demonstrates a good example, like the best example, basically what you're gambling for, why you might want to do this, whilst keeping in mind that it often doesn't go this well. Alright, we're going to go down and kill the Black Knife Assassin as well. Good. Oh, that was meant to ulti that. Which I didn't even need to do, to be honest, but anyway. I love the unique ulti animation on this guy. Jump attack. Guillotine. Chop. Alright. So that's a pretty... Increased fire attack power is nice. What boss am I fighting? Sentient Pest. Okay. Critical hits is good. Fire attack power. 12% fire attack power, honestly. I might grab that for now. Skill attack power. Two-handing. Rates by walking. I'm going to get rid of that. Alright. Honestly, this is about as good as it can go. I'm level 8 now. We have a little bit of time here, and I'm going to try and kill the Dragonkin Soldier, because that's basically, at this point, so what you can normally do if the map isn't favorable, and it's more like here, and you have to just get out, you can kill these two here. If you're moving quickly, that is, there's not a lot of time. But if you're moving quickly, you can kill the Royal Revenant, you can kill the Black Knife Assassin, and then you just pretty much have to get out. You do the exact same run that I just did without going and getting the chest at the top. I mean, I guess you could do that instead of doing one of those things, but basically you can get two pieces of loot in that sense. You either go up and get the chest and kill either the Revenant or the Black Knife, or you kill both the bosses and leave the chest. Up to you. But that's pretty much all you only have time for, and then you get out, and you usually like level 7, maybe level 8, but usually around level 7. Oh, I guess level 8, because the chest doesn't actually give you any runes. So you're about this level, and then you move your way out. The advantage of staying here, getting this kind of map movement where you actually have access to the Dragonkin, is that, well, you can actually fight the Dragonkin, which is obviously going to be good. Gives you a lot of runes, and it's got a good chance of a legendary. It's probably the main thing. Oh, I meant to retaliate there, and it just didn't activate. Oh dear. I have to be careful here because most of his abilities are going to one-tap me. Damn it, I really wanted that to hit. I'm really due for a stance break here. I use that just to reduce damage. There we go. I was going to say, stance breaking, surely. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we get. Ah, 2 legendaries. Alright, well this is literally the best run I've done all day. My last run is the best one I've done all day. This is cool. Great Spears scale well with strength, and it's fire, and it's bleed. That might be a fun weapon to use for the boss. Although its damage is quite low. I guess Great Spear versus Colossal Weapon. We're going to use this just for fun. Just for funsies. I'm going to keep Rave Sword, Walking Skill, Attack Power, Lightning Negation. We're going to get rid of this magic weapon. Alright, so there you have, and this is, I mean, this goes both ways. So there you have the single, by a significant margin, the best run I've done today after, yeah, my 9th run or something today. I got 2 legendaries. I haven't got any other legendaries today, because normally I don't get to kill the Dragonkin. Normally the map moves and you don't actually get to kill the Dragonkin soldier. There's been one or two others where I did do that today, just with the way the map moved. But I didn't get legendary, unfortunately. But you often get legendaries from the Dragonkin. Not guaranteed, like Astel. I think Astel is actually guaranteed. But you do often get a legendary from the Dragonkin. Now, that's the best run I've done all day. I'm level 9. That's okay. That's not anything special. Runes is not anything special. And this is where I guess I'll sum up my thoughts on the day 1 rush strategy. As I said, normally all I get to do on most of my runs today, all I've been able to do is a Mausoleum Knight here for a reward drop, a Mausoleum Knight here. You get the Astel, obviously, for 20,000 runes, and then 2 field bosses, right? The Royal Revenant and the Black Knife Assassin. And you have to shoot straight back out, and that's moving quite quickly. So that's normally what I go to do. I come out at level 8, and then you come out and you just do a couple of map features or run and try and get a church or something. You get a flask charge, because you haven't got any flask charges. This has been my best one, where I actually got 2 legendaries. That's just chance. I definitely wouldn't expect to get them in most runs doing this strategy. Again, unless you're actually going and you have a strategy where you're actually going to get in and kill Astel on day 1, but I think that's unrealistic for most players. Stone Sword Key, going up now, we're going to leave that. Do I have time to kill this guy? I do. So, in summary, I just think, and this is contrary to this run, because in this run I did get legendary weapons, which I guess is good. But I'm only level 9, and otherwise I think, to summarize, I don't think a day 1 Noklateo rush does anything uniquely good that you can't just do outside. Which might sound funny, but basically what I mean is... Oh, hang on, is this a fire weapon? This is a fire weapon. There's no way that I don't just use this weapon. Why would I use Mogwin's when I have that? I mean, Mogwin's weapon skill is nice. Well, actually, Devourer of Worlds is nice as well. Anyway, as soon as I hit level 10, I'll be using the Devourer Scepter. Anyway, I just don't think that it does anything uniquely well. I guess the caveat to that is that, well, you have a chance to get legendaries. Great. That's kind of the only thing that it does. That's the only reason I would go to Noklateo on day 1, is for the chance of a legendary. Because otherwise, it doesn't give you that much more runes. I'm level 9 now. If I want to get runes, I go Castle and I hit level 13, 14, 15 in day 1, right? If I want to... but now I'm in a situation where I don't have any church flasks, right? These are the drawbacks, right? I think it doesn't do anything uniquely good, but there are a number of things that it doesn't do. So you don't get any church flasks. You don't get any Everjails, because you spend pretty much the whole day at Noklateo. You don't get any Sorcerer's Rises. So those kind of high-value map features out here, you're not getting any of them. Typically, for a Noklateo run, you'd want to get 2 or 3, if you can, of your churches in day 1, because you're not going... You're running straight to Noklateo on day 2, typically. Let's get my ulti out here. You're not going to run around and get your Sorcerer's Rises, and you're not getting your Everjail buff, right? So there's just a lot of things that I think you are missing out on, and you're not really gaining much. Every other run today, I've certainly not gained anything. On this run, yes, I did gain 2 legendaries, so that's good. But that is an absolute gamble, and that's basically what it is. The whole thing is a gamble. You're gambling that you'll, A, get a favourable map movement, because if you don't get that, you have to just do these and get out, and then you've just kind of You got a couple of magic weapons and like that's kind of it. You got a couple of magic weapons, you've got some runes I guess, but nothing too special. Certainly nothing more special than just going castle and farming there. And you don't even have that many more like reward choices or dormant powers or anything. It's not like you're farming those. You've got 4 reward choices, 2 Mausoleum Knights, 2 bosses, so 4 kind of dormant powers / weapon rewards. So it's not that much better in that regard either. Yeah, I guess that kind of, yeah. I guess to sum up, I think it doesn't do anything uniquely good that, while there are some drawbacks, things like churches, everjails, sorcerer's rises. Oh, the other thing is weapon options. Like if I need a fire weapon, I was lucky today. These are the first I was lucky on this run. These are the first fire weapons I've seen like all day running this thing. Normally I just get a bunch of magic weapons, but if I wanted to farm a specific holy weapon or a specific fire weapon, or I wanted to go get some bleed, like to the ruins for status effects like bleed or frost, right? You can't do any of that either. So I just think that it doesn't do anything uniquely good, and there are a number of drawbacks to it. And there's a whole bunch of randomness. There's randomness in where you drop, as in where you spawn on the map. There's randomness in what character you're playing. Wilder and Raider obviously have a slightly better time, because they can do... In fact, I'll show you the map skip. Let's go to the map skip. Now I've got the Devourer of Worlds out now, which is nice. There's a map. There's a wall skip that I'll show you on the Raider, which is fun, worth showing you. And there's randomness. There's a huge amount of randomness in where the map moves for the first day. I guess you could say that, well, I've cleared half of it now, so I only have to clear the other half. And it's like, well, yeah, but what's actually that valuable in this half? Nothing really. There's the replicate. You can replicate a weapon over here. That's great. But what else is it really doing for you? Yeah, they're just bosses, Again, legendaries. I got a chance at that legendary, which was good. So, yeah, gambling for legendaries is the only reason I'd come here. Whilst I think that's not actually that valuable, and I think there's a number of drawbacks. I think having a legendary weapon over a purple weapon, while having no flask charges, no Everjow buffs, nothing like that, is actually just straight up worse. It's just straight up worse. Now, if you ulti here on the Raider... Oh, have I gone too far forward? I haven't. If you ulti here on the Raider, you can jump over the wall just here, which is kind of cool. So let me show you that if I can not be a spaz. Whee! There we go. So there's a little skip. Now, if you have defeating enemies fills the art gauge, as in the relic that I've got on, and you start, you do this kind of rush strategy where you start up here, you kill all the enemies, the relic, sorry, the talisman, sorry, the sacred seal shack, and then you can run straight here, and you'll have your ulti up in time, and you can do it. This doesn't actually help me now because I'm on the wrong side, but just to show you the skip, that's how you do the skip on the Raider. I think Wilder can do something similar with a grapple jump, but I've never actually done it myself. I've just seen clips of it, and I didn't actually pay attention to where exactly it was on the wall that you could do that. But anyway, let me use this skill because it's an awesome skill. I'm pretty sure, does that heal? I'm pretty sure that heals, doesn't it? These things are going to keep spinning. Alright, well, I should kill these things quickly and move on. Because there's stuff to get on the other side. I might even replicate... Do I replicate Devour's Scepter? I think I do. And run around with double bonk boy. Was it this that had 12%? Ah, it didn't. This has... Where's the 12% fire attack power? The other thing I could do is replicate that for an extra 12% damage on my fire damage on Sentient Pest, which would be a viable strategy as well. But I think for funsies, I just... I replicate the... I think I replicate the Devour Scepter and have a double bonk boy, which is always fun. What should I get rid of? Well, if I'm doing that, then I'll get rid of two-handing. 2 weak passives, though. But anyway, so be it. We are. So, now I've only got 4 flasks. So, again, that's part of the drawback, I think, of this. But anyway, I've made my opinion clear. And let me be just super crystal clear. If you enjoy this, absolutely. If this is fun for you to do a day 1 rush, if you want to do a day 1 rush and run around in the sewers here and farm because that's fun for you, go ahead and do it. Fantastic, right? Do whatever's fun, do whatever you prefer. But if I were to put my fun police hat on and give you what I think is this actually optimal or meta? No. I think you're better off getting 3 or 4 Everjow stacks. I think you're better off getting your 2 or 3 flasks in the first day, getting some good weapon choices out there, and then coming in, killing these. You're still getting your same chance at legendaries, just not in the first half of the day, and you just don't need these legendaries in the first half of the day. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. And now I'll stop ranting about it. Because I think I've said the same thing too many times now. Let's do this. I'm going to use this skill. I think this is cool. It wasn't actually that strong. It's good for AoE clear, I'm pretty sure. It's good for AoE clear. Oh, is there a second input? Actually, I should check to make sure there's not like a second input that I'm missing. No way, that's... I mean, that splash definitely should have hit me. I was just in denial. Alright. Max HP is nearly always going to be the best thing you can get. Or one of the best things. Let's quickly check this. Devour Rods. No, it's just a single use. Restore HP on defeating thing, same as the Blasphemous Blade, which is cool. Surely. I love the radius on that. That's nuts. So cool. Wait, come on. Oh, that was the wrong button entirely. Don't jump away. Lovely. Oh, legendaries out the wazoo today. So many legendaries. I'll just grab negations. Here we go. Alright, the bonk boy activated. Alright, let's go and get Astel, who is an awful boss to fight as a slow melee character. I really dislike fighting Astel, but so be it. We've got all the time, and we can take it slow. We've got all the time in the world. I should get out there as soon as I do this, because I've already killed Dragonkin. I'm going to shoot back out and try and kill Miss Carrion Knight out there, Loretta, or whatever she's called in this game. Royal Carrion Knight. Because that's a great boss to kill as well. High chance at legendaries. Don't need Sensible Key. What's that? Lightning negation. I wish that was... I think Sentient Pest does mostly fire and physical... not fire, magic and physical. But yeah, we'll see. I might ulti this. Jump attacks are actually going to be decent here because most of this boss just seems to just constantly move away from me. And the stance damage is nice. It's because of its kind of high hitbox. It's kind of an annoying boss to hit with standard attacks. Gotta run out for this thing. It's just really slow for melee characters. Oh, I just stance broke him. Alright. I mean, this double bonk boy is pretty ridiculous. So satisfying. Jump builds are pretty much the only time I have power stance, just by the way. Oh, another Hand of Melania. Improved magic damage negation 20% I think is worth taking. Because I think all the different shit that the moth spews at me in this game is going to be worthwhile. I think I will get rid of Roadside Walking because I'm not using it anymore. So there you go. So I don't love the standard attacks, as in the standard L1 attacks. These are a little bit slow and they use a lot of stamina. They're actually not that slow, to be honest. That's actually not that slow at all. But they use a lot of stamina. The only time my power stance is when I'm doing a jump attacks. I'll obviously still use L1s here and there, but yeah, I think jump attacks are the most valuable. Attack chain finishes, I don't really need. I'll replace that next probably because I'll keep critical hits. Actually, no, I'll replace critical hits next because the fire attack power and magic negation is good. Most of the stuff the moth spews at you, I'm pretty sure is magic damage. It certainly looks like magic damage. Fire attack power is obviously good here for my... what was this again? Lightning negation, no. Fire attack power is obviously good for my Devour-Receptors, which have fire damage. Critical hits is normally very good, but against the Sentient Pest, where you can't actually do a riposte, you can't do a critical hit, it's actually not that good. I don't run it, so yeah, that's why I'll get rid of crits first, and then I'll get rid of the attack chain finishes, because if I'm doing jump attacks, I honestly probably won't I probably won't ever get to an attack chain finisher. Although, this is actually a short attack chain, and I assume that there counts as an attack chain finisher. So 3 attacks is actually pretty quick. Let's buy a baggie. What have we got? Lightning attack power, poison resistance, holy damage negation, fire damage negation, magic damage negation. I'm going to stack up on magic damage negation because the moth spewing its shit at me is honestly one of the more annoying parts of this fight. I might grab those. I'll grab... Oh, those there. 2 of those is nice. Boost attack power and reduce incoming damage once, which is nice as well. I can stack those with flesh, which I'll do. I'll buy the flesh from the final vendor. All right, well, yeah. So here's the thing, right? I've literally cleared everything here, apart from some basic trash and stuff. But I've cleared everything, and now I'm just kind of standing around. I've got all the time in the world, and I haven't got 2 flasks. No, sorry, I did actually get 2 flasks because I started here, so I did actually get my second flask. Often you won't have that one, but I'm missing a flask. I don't have any Everjail buff. Yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts. Might ulti here. The speed at which this guy can jump in a row is pretty nuts. No, where is he? So on jump builds, and I'm still not actually that good at it because I don't do it that often, I'm going to retaliate this just to reduce the damage. The later you actually press L1 in the kind of jump arc, the more accurate you'll be. But the slightly slower it'll be with recovery animations, so up to you. Fire negation, attack power at full HP. This is all not that good. So attack power at full HP is not good on the Raider because you are very rarely at full HP. I will take it over Mogwin's improved chain attack finishes because I don't think I'm going to get that much value out of that. You know what? No, I will keep it. I will keep it. I don't need any of these. Just kind of how it goes sometimes. I guess we'll kill some of these dudes because why not? Get the ulti back nice and quickly. And we're going to use Devour Scepter. Look at the radius on this thing. It's cracked. Only this bloke stands. It's actually a pretty quick, in terms of attack chains, those just 3 hits, it's actually pretty quick getting to the 3rd attack chain, as in the attack chain finisher, so not bad. I guess we'll go hit level 15, because we might as well. We'll still have then enough money for some fleshes on the 2nd day. Sorry, before the final boss. Alright. Man, look at all the... Was I getting FP then? Why was I getting FP? Maybe it was just the animation. It looked like I was getting FP. I think it was actually only HP. Obviously, I'm getting HP from God's Skin and from Power of the Blasphemous. Ooh. Power of the Blasphemous restores HP on defending enemies. Unfortunately, a useless passive. If only that was something good. There's not much to do here. I mean, I could have maybe killed the hippo if I'd thought about it, actually. Could have run there sooner, but oh well. Or maybe I could, actually. Hippo, 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 come here. Desperate to kill as many things as I can. Oh, 2 hits! This disgusting jump build, oh god. And then you can retaliate while your stamina recovers, and then just start jumping again. That's disgusting. Oh, sorry, a little pig noise there. Sneaking out. We'll just grab the... Oh, 6% physical attack power. Oh, actually I need to... where's the jump? There it is. The side of grace is all the way up there. I'm not going to bother getting it. Dragonkin Soldier. That should be easy enough to deal with. Oh, I should have kept that empowered Retaliate for the boss. Oh well. Yeah, see, if I'm pressing L1 too early at the kind of peak of my jump, I actually want to press it a little bit later. But if I'm wanting to spam it quickly, then you want to actually do it a little earlier. Oh. No way that stance breaks that quickly. That's one of the strongest parts of... Now we're going to do 2 hits into his head and then try and get the critical. Oh, I didn't get the critical. That's a shame. Oh well. We'll just ulti now. No! I meant to use the ulti to negate the damage of that, but I didn't. Because I'm a spud. And again, man. Crazy stance damage on power stance jump attack bonk boys. Crazy damage. Crazy stance damage. Also crazy damage. Crazy stance damage though. I mean, none of this is really that useful. I mean, I guess I'll just take max FP. But I don't really know how much use I'll get out of that. Oh yeah, basically none. Basically none. That's okay. Alright, so all we're going to do here is stock up on some flesh, some crabbies, and maybe one of these. What do we got? 1-time damage negation. That's everything. Lovely. Alright, so the strategy here will be to kill the Animus, do as much damage to the Animus as we can after we down the bug, not the moth, Bortus stone something or other. Let's have a look. So at the start of the fight, I actually use Opaline and Boiled Crab, because these guys run back and forwards a few times, and they typically catch me with a few hits, because I'm bad. When they run back and forwards, they keep charging back and forwards. I dislike it. Oh, there we go. And that's why I used the bubble tier, because now I've taken no damage from that. Oh, come on. And that's why we use the crab, because you get hit twice. No way. No way. That's all magic damage, I think. Alright, so once we get to the second half of this fight, I'm going to Exalted Flesh, and I'm going to Uplifting Aromatic, because they stack. See how I've got 2 stacks of attack power now? So my Bonk Boys are doing Big Bonk Boy, and I'm going to just Bonk Boy. And then what we want to do is obviously kill this guy. And then we're going to do as much damage. Now I'm going to ulti here, which might seem strange. I'm actually only ulting for the attack power buff that this is giving me. Oh no. That just failed massively because he got here way quicker than I was expecting. So the idea there was to hit the Animus directly. And I got like 1 hit on him, but nowhere near as much as I normally can. So that's a shame. But anyway. But basically, activate all your buffs, like your flesh and everything. Can he get off my ultimate? Like, what's happening here? spot. When the Animus comes to resurrect him, it'll hang out above his head for a short moment. That's your cue to use as much damage as you can, use the best weapon skills that you have, or do as much DPS as you can to the Animus directly. And then otherwise, the rest of the fight, you just want to hang out next to, underneath the bottom. He's going to turn around and try and slam, and you're just going to literally just keep moving underneath his bottom. And under this big fleshy tail thing. This is your safe spot, except for when he rolls, but that's kind of whatever. Oh. Alright. Oh, did that just hit the Animus somehow? Now he should be coming over here. I'm going to ulti, just off to the side. There we go, hit the Animus directly. Bang, see that? Dead. So that's what you want to ideally do in the first thing. You might not be able to kill it, but you'll probably do enough damage directly to the Animus that you can then kill it afterwards, which is always fun. Nice. Well, there you go. So that's my Noklateo run, and keep in mind that this was the best run I've had all day. Most runs, I get into Noklateo, I kill the Mausoleum Knight, I go up and kill the Astel, I get the other Mausoleum Knight up the top here, and then I go back, I might have time to kill the Revenant and the Black Knife Assassin, or trade one of those for the chest up the top there, and then get out. And then that's kind of it. You've kind of just done that whole first bit, and you get out. And that's okay, but it just doesn't do anything particularly special. I just think in 90% of scenarios, you're going to be better off getting some churches, getting some Everjail buffs stacked up, and just generally looking for some decent weapons of elements of your choice, and then, yeah, playing through Noklateo in day 2 like you ordinarily would, where you're still going to get the chance at the legendaries that you got anyway, right? Like you're still going to kill the Dragonkin, you're still going to kill Astel and get that chance at the legendary. So by the end of the game, you're going to have the same chance at the legendaries you would have had otherwise, and you just honestly don't need the legendaries in the first day. And that would be the only reason that I could justify going to Noklateo, bothering to go to Noklateo on day 1, would be the chance at getting the legendaries. So I just don't think it does anything uniquely good at the cost of a few decent things like churches, Everjails, and you can get into some sticky situations where you're running out in the night, and if you're trying to do it in random co-ops and stuff and people don't understand what you're doing, it's just going to be, it's going to be chaos. Anyway, that's my rant, that's my thoughts. I think for most people, don't bother, just go there on day 2. That's kind of my idea, or my advice, I guess. That's my take. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this was at least, regardless of if you agree with me or not, because it's just my opinion, at least gave you a bit of an insight into what day 1 rush looks like. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as normal. Thanks for watching. Cheers.